Alright, hello everyone. We're the Flume Ensemble. We're a music ensemble located based at Riverdale Country School. It's so good to see you again for most of you. We're the second time here for us. For those of you who we haven't met before, my name is Henry Yoon. I am one of the leaders of the Flume Ensemble, and I play the cello.
My name is Daniel Troy and I play the oboe.
Hi, I'm Claire and I also play the oboe.
I'm Daniel and I play the piano.
I'm Lauren and I play the violin.
I'm Sherry and I also play the violin.
Okay, so before we begin, I think it's, I just want to take a quick second to say a few words about the masks that we're wearing, because they are kind of weird. So they're actually made for people who are hard of hearing or deaf. They're made so that they can be able to communicate, or people can communicate with them through lip reading, which is obviously hard to do with a normal mask on. But at our last concert, we decided that just to not wear a mask, although we were social distancing. However, this time school started 2 weeks ago, 1 week ago. Last time school started about a month, but it hadn't started for another month and a half or so. We thought the risk wasn't great enough. But this time, school already started.
You don't hear a lot of background static?
Sorry?
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to might send them a note.
Yeah, so school started for us about a week ago, and so we felt that there was, a risk, so these masks were necessary. But we still didn't want to get rid of the sort of humanness of being there in person, which is why we chose the clear masks. Yeah, and so, anyway, thank you so much for joining us this early evening. Though we're not there in person, we're not seeing face to face, we're so glad that we are able to share this virtual space together. And at the end of the concert, we will be opening up for a short Q&A session, so if you have any questions, please hold them off till the end, and we will gladly answer them.
As the world around us goes up in flames, sometimes figuratively and sometimes literally, and all there is to hear about is gloom and doom, we wanted to perform for you all today in order to show you all, through our music, that there is still hope left. There's something powerful about music, in that as long as you're open to it, it can connect us all from across not only physical distances, but across generations. And as you see from our first piece, it can connect bitter enemies and help them embrace their differences instead of hating each other because of them.
The first piece of the day that we wanted to play for you is called Gabriel's Oboe, which rose to fame as the soundtrack for a movie called The Mission. And The Mission is based on a true story of a missionary who travels to South America. Because he cannot speak the language of the indigenous people there, the natives tried to shoot the missionary. And as they prepare to shoot the missionary pulls out his oboe and plays a beautiful tune. The natives are mesmerized by the oboe playing, and they drop their weapons. They look at the missionary, thinking of him not as a foreign enemy, but as a dear friend. And I think that this story really attests to the power of music to be able to connect us and erase divisions between us. So I hope that you feel that same message when we play this song for you. So please enjoy.
Did you know the oboe was once banned for literally sounding too good? When the oboe first started getting played in the Middle Ages, it was introduced as an instrument to be played during Mass. However, it ended up getting banned because churchgoers were so mesmerized by the sound of the oboe that they stopped paying attention to the pastor and his service. And while we're on the topic of music getting banned, I want to talk a little bit about a classical composer named Dmitri Shostakovich. He's pretty famous, maybe you even heard of his name. He was on the cover of the Time magazine back in 1942 and everything. He was a Soviet composer born in 1906 and composed his music during a time of great political upheaval, such as World War II, the Cold War, Stalin's rise to power, etc. His fame stemmed from not only his great music, but also his ability to persevere and continue to write music, despite being heavily watched and censored by the Kremlin, from close surveillance to death threats. In Soviet Russia, all pieces of music were required by law to feel patriotic and bombastic, as it was thought that inharmonious music would inspire people to dissent against and reject authority. Lord and I would like to play one of his pieces for you. It's called Prelude for Two Violins and Piano. It's such a powerful reminder that the hopes of a dreamer simply cannot be stomped out, even by someone like Stalin.
Thank you, Cherry and Lauren. For our next song is Hey Jude from the world-famous band The Beatles. This smash hit came out in 1968 as a song dedicated to John Lennon's son, Julian. One day, Paul McCartney visited John Lennon's house and saw 5-year-old Julian completely unaware of the impending storm of the divorce of his parents, John and Cynthia. When McCartney came home, he proceeded to write this song for Julian as a way to tell Julian, or Jude, hey, don't be afraid. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart, then you can start to make it better. Please enjoy our rendition of Hey Jude.
Maybe it's the simple melody and repetition, but I always seem to find myself humming the tune long after I hear it. Our next song is Moon River, that was famously featured in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's. That scene of Audrey Hepburn sitting on the ledge of a window, playing the guitar, and singing Moon River is seared into the memories of many. The protagonist can seem lavish and carefree, but she's actually someone who works through confusion and anxiety around an uncertain future. She even calls her cat just Cat because she doesn't want to tie her down as a domestic cat. Just as she does in the movie, it's a great idea to take a moment away from the melancholy and frustration of the day and imagine a large bright moon around the calm river while listening to a beautiful tune. Moon River boasts so many different renditions, but please enjoy it through the beautiful sound of the oboe.
Thank you. Continuing a similar thread, the next song we wanted to play for you is called You Are My Sunshine. It's actually a very popular song across many generations. A lot of parents use it as a lullaby for their kids. In fact, my own mom even sings it to me when I was like 5 years old. And it it's so popular because it sounds very casual and pleasant. But in fact, the lyrics are quite sad. The narrator repeats, "Please don't take my sunshine away," asking someone they love not to leave them. It's very heartbreaking, and we wanted to remain faithful to these lyrics rather than playing it casually and pleasantly. So please enjoy.
There's an incredible story that has to do with You Are My Sunshine. In May of 2013, about 7 years ago, a record-level tornado devastated Moore, a small town in Oklahoma. 15 kids attending the daycare program at a Gapeland Learning Center ran into the bathroom with their teachers, as the bathroom was the sturdiest and safest part of the building. As the adults shielded the children with their bodies, they sang You Are My Sunshine for the children as the storm outside uprooted trees, smashed houses, and destroyed cars. The tornado ended up being one of the most deadliest and destructive in U.S. history. Over 200 people were injured and 24 people lost their lives. Maybe it's a bit ironic that they sang You Are My Sunshine in the moment of extreme fear, but their plea of please do not take my sunshine away worked.
Something very similar happens in the movie The Sound of Music as well. When 7 kids can't sleep through a loud thunderstorm, their tutor, Maria, sings a song about her favorite things to comfort them. There must be so many different ways to overcome the difficulties and challenges we face in life, but listing your favorite things in a notebook to remember how they make you feel has to be one of them. This is what Maria was thinking as she sang the song My Favorite Things. I'd like to share with you a short segment of the lyrics to the song. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
The Sound of Music took place in the time immediately after World War II. But let's go back just a little bit further to 1939, Krakow, Poland. Oskar Schindler was an industrialist, businessman, and Nazi, looking to make a fortune out of manufacturing goods for Germany's effort in the war. He fills his factory with Jewish workers, as that is the most pragmatic method to obtain workers. Soon, however, the Nazis start rounding up the Jews living in Krakow. Schindler arranges that his Jewish workers be saved from this fate, at first due to selfish, monetary reasons. But when he realizes that those who he could not save were being sent to Auschwitz by train, he jumps on the train and creates Schindler's List, a list around 900 people to be transferred from a death camp to a labor camp. Many of you recognize this as the plot of a movie with the same name, directed by Steven Spielberg. And though being sent to a labor camp may not sound all that uplifting, Schindler single-handedly saved 1,200 Jewish lives. He was the light that was able to shine a path for 1,200 helpless souls. Henry will be playing the musical theme from Schindler's List. Though we are not actively saving people from certain death, as you listen, put yourself in the shoes of those being forced onto dark train cars, and let the music shine a path for you as well.
Before our last piece, we'd like to open up the floor to any questions that anyone might have. Please feel free to unmute yourself and ask.
So you can unmute yourself by pressing the little microphone, or if you just press your space bar down when you have a question or a comment. It's been beautiful. Several of us have been texting back and forth that we've been crying during it because it's so lovely. But we want to open it up to any questions that you guys have. Comments, anything?
I have one.
Sure, Susan.
Yes. It's beautiful. You guys sound gorgeous. I am so happy to hear you. It's wonderful. I would love if your videos showed more of the piano playing. It's just a comment. I think that your pianist is terrific, as the rest of you are, and I think he should be seen just a little bit more. That's all.
I'm Slayachik. That's one of our orchestra teachers, just from school. Yeah, thank you.
Anything else from anyone? Okay, then go into your last piece. I know you're going back to school, so you're going to be busy, but if you can come again soon, we would love it very much.
Just one last comment before they play again. I just want to thank you all on behalf of all of us because you lift our spirits, and it's just so, so wonderful what you're doing for us. Your sharing of your talent, and it's just, I can't even express how much it means to me. Thank you.
And I think, Adelina, it says you've raised your hand. Do you have a comment or question? You have to unmute yourself. Okay, I don't know what's happening. If you want to put it in the chat, feel free to do that. Okay, guys. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yes.
It's wonderful. Perfect on the Sunday evening to end the day, and the music is so amazing. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys, I think you can go into your last piece.
Our last song of the day is You'll Never Walk Alone. It's the anthem of the Liverpool Football Club, but from its lyrics and melody, you might have not known this. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. Sounds more like an inspirational speech than a soccer team's anthem. Anyway, we were really drawn to the song because of its power to unite people, not just by its lyrics, but by what it represents. A song that is meant to bring all sorts of different people with different opinions and different ideas about right and wrong together to support one team for a game of soccer. Please enjoy.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, it'd be lovely if everyone turned their cameras on for a second so that the ensemble could see all of you, because right now there's no faces, there's just a bunch of names.
Very nice. Bravo.
Thank you for turning their. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us today for our virtual concert. Without difficulties and challenges, hope loses its meaning. But it's important to hold on to hope rather than feel defeated and completely giving up. They say the night is darkest before the dawn, and if that's true, it means that the worst is already behind us. If we follow the light, we can all make it out of the woods. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you.
Very nice
Thank
hearing from
you.
all of you.
Wonderful.
Very nice hearing this performance.
Thank you. Everyone take care. Be safe.
You too.
Bye. Have a great
Bye, Marge.
Bye.
When is your next performance?
We don't have a date yet for their next performance.
Okay.
Now they're back in school, so they're going to be pretty busy, but I'm sure Henry and I will be talking about the next time they can come.
Okay.
Okay?
I want to be able to tune in to hear the next one.
Absolutely, we all do. Thank you so
Okay.
much. Take care, everybody. I'm going to shut
Right,
everything
bye.
off now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.